Well, I guess it's that time. Welcome, everybody. I'm Kirk,
And I'm Red Dog.
and this morning is going to be a real interesting show. Now, first of its kind, first time we've done any of these things. If you're watching us, you can, and you have comments to make on this particular topic or issue, by all means, pop into the chat box in the video component of things, and we'll be more than happy to address them if there's points that you want to bring up. Today's show is about the ostrich farm fiasco that's going on in BC right now. And for multiple reasons, the real issue becomes there's a freedom, there's a conspiracy, there's a thought that this isn't right. And this isn't just like our thinking. There's a large group of people who are thinking that what's going on is not, it's not right for a number of reasons. So we've decided that we're going to share today's content. We've got some guests that are going to be coming in here shortly. And yeah, so yeah, that's what we get started. Red, what can you tell our viewers today specifically about what's going on while we wait for our first guest?
Well, supposedly, excuse me, they are going to call that herd today. They came in yesterday at 8 a.m., I believe, and served warrant to Karen and Katie.
And who are they?
They're the owners of the ostrich farm. They've been at it for probably 35 years or better.
Okay.
There's a number of people down there to support them. I'm not sure exactly what's happening at this moment, but we'll have somebody coming in pretty quick here and let us know what's going on. But this is.
So why is this such a big deal?
Well,
Or at least what's the perception? If I was a conspiracy theorist and I was worried about what was going on, what's the deal?
the elimination of food supply, possibly. I mean, the meat on one ostrich would probably feed a number of families
On that note,
a year.
we've got a cat. This is
Good,
Pat.
good.
How you doing, Pat?
I'm doing well, day 5 out here. It's sleeping in the car at night, freezing, and getting up in the day and going through the warfare that our own government and RCMP are committing against us. So I'm doing okay, though, like everyone else. We have daily wins, which is good.
So can you tell our viewers exactly how did we get here?
This all started 9 months ago when 67 birds from the flock of almost 500 died of the avian flu. So CFIA came in and conducted tests, a PCR test, and we all know about that. But came up with the fact that the herd was infected. And according to CFIA policy, they then put an order in for what they call stamping out. Stamping out is killing the entire herd, flock, whatever it may be, based on even just a suspicion of the animals being sick. So I just want to clarify, these ostriches are not for human consumption, but for scientific purposes. There is a scientist in Japan that has been studying the eggs of the ostriches for antibodies. And as I understand it, he's come up with 8 or 9 patents for these antibodies in addressing such things as bird flu, avian flu, COVID, and there's many other different applications that have pitted the the research done here and the family against, and this may sound conspiratorial, but against the big pharma. Now, the CFIA, they are relentless. They want these animals killed. They do not want them and their eggs studied. So,
Hey, Pat, can you hold on just 1 second?
sure.
You mentioned that there was some research that was saying there was some possibility of the ostriches having a medicinal value that's being
Absolutely.
opposed.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. The scientist that has been funding this project has been studying their their eggs, which then will show the antibodies that they have. So they have antibodies. Here's the biggest thing: the herd was sick, the flock was sick. They have antibodies to the H5N1, but the CFIA is now coming back 9 months later. They refuse to test the birds, and that's what the owners want. They want them to test the birds, and then prove to us that they're sick. Well, they're not doing that. They're just going for a cull order, and again, the term is stamping out. We hate that term, but it's an old policy that they have that needs to be changed. So
Okay, so,
yes, medicinal
okay, so
purposes.
let's just get this straight. So the researcher and I'm just making it clear for the people who've got no idea what's going on. So 9 months ago, there was a portion of the flock that had basically the bird flu, kind of. Is that correct?
Correct. And 67 birds did die.
Out of how many?
There are currently 400. Well, sorry, there's 398. One bird was killed a few months back, and then another one after that.
Okay. So right now, is there any testing of the birds who are left to say that they're sick in any way, shape, or form?
No. And that was 9 months ago. They conducted the test, PCR test.
And then
9 months ago.
And then you said that the researcher found that since that time, within the eggs, there are corrections against different viruses. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes. There is antibodies that could cure these specific viruses. Yes. Yes. That's what we're up against. We're up against very powerful forces here. That's why there's an outrage. I don't know if you've seen, but we're getting podcasters from the U.S. that are bringing this up, even mainstream media. We had CTV, CBC, Global here. Rebel News has been here for quite a few times. So we're trying to get the truth out. The mainstream media has been using their agenda to favor their side of the story. A lot of people don't know the truth. So our objective is to get people to know exactly what's going on here, and this could save humanity around the world.
Okay, so if we get to this part where the ostriches themselves have evolved in the last 9 months to create this immunity.
Yep.
What is the organization that is trying to have this herd or flock destroyed?
The Canada Food Inspection Agency. Now, in that title, CFIA, the food, these are not food. They are specifically for scientific research. And they have categorized these birds in the same area as chickens. They're not. I mean, these are 350, 400-pound birds that carry a lot of information that will be of benefit to human health.
So if they're food, under what pretense do they have the authority to make this decision?
You would have to ask CFIA for that. I don't know.
Have they gone through a legal process to make this a
Well,
absolute?
Well, here's the situation. The owners have gone through the court system right up to the appeals court, and now, as of yesterday, they submitted a stay with the Supreme Court of Canada. We did not get any indication that that stay was accepted, so that they could review the documentation and the information that the owners have. So when so they went through the court system, they got to the appeals court. The judge determined CFIA had authority; they could go through with it, and then that decision was appealed, and so the owner's lawyer and CFIA's representatives went before the appeals court. The appeals court accepted, I think it was a 30-page report from CFIA. They did not allow the owners to submit anything. They did not even listen to the owners' professional
Rebuttal.
and, expert information. Correct. Yes. Not even allowed. So then the only avenue left was the Supreme Court, and that is still developing. So so yesterday they came in here with 18 RCMP vehicles, and
Pardon me?
they came in here with 18 RCMP vehicles. There's a heavy presence here. We're talking anywhere from 80 to 100 officers in total, and a bunch of CFIA representatives who are dead set on getting these birds killed. And I'm on the front line right now. So we've got people that are trying to talk to the RCMP. Do they know what they're doing? Do they understand the ramifications? CFI, they hide behind the police line. They know that they're not well. And actually, it's funny. There was a video yesterday of two the head CFIA guys. They caught some people coming in the back way, and it looked like these guys enjoyed their job.
Well,
The RCMP, I have to admit, there are RCMP members that have, you can see some of the expressions on their face. They don't want to be here. They don't want to be part of this. But it's all CFI driven.
Do you know if the RCMP that are on site right now are from the local detachment, or have they been brought in?
We have one local guy that has been dealing with the owners and the farm for quite some time. The rest are from now. As we understand it, last Thursday, the task force was formed in the Kelowna detachment, and then I think they've picked up RCMP along the way, because the Kelowna detachment, I'm from Kelowna, so they just didn't have the manpower, so they've been picking up from all over, and that's why they have such a big presence, because they're
Now,
trying
if
to
they
do their
have
job.
80 to 100 people on site, how many are opposing them right now? How many are standing beside you?
Probably have about 15, 20. We're kind of spread out a bit. We have 3, 6, 9, 10. We have 10 people that are talking. Talking, sometimes yelling at the RCMP. I'm gonna just turn around, and you can see the people in the background. So they're trying to let these guys know that what they're doing is absolutely wrong. So this is wrong on so many levels.
So they have 80 police officers there to protect the food people from harm of some kind?
Not
From
of
15
harm.
people?
No, we are totally peaceful. We are not here to obstruct. We are here to protest and wake the world up to what's going on. So, yes, we don't have 80 on site right now. They came in all 18 cars yesterday, and now they just I guess they have rotating shifts because now they're here 24/7, right? So we probably have, I don't know, I can count maybe 8 cars out here right now, and then the CFI guys. So
supposedly these, I'm going to read you a little bit. I did some research this morning here. For the purpose of the terrestrial code, they call it. The terrestrial code is, and most likely refers to the World Health Organization for Animal Health, WOA, they call it, Terrestrial Animal Health Code, a comprehensive set of international standards for improving global animal health, animal welfare, and public health, which also governs international trade in terrestrial animals and animal products. Now, we go back over to, I think it's a CFI site I get this off of. Animal, they've got a what do they call it? An explanation at first for all the different. Animal means a mammal, reptile, bird, or bee. So you are obviously, you obviously know that mammal, we are mammals, humans are mammals.
correct. Yes.
So they call us animals for the purpose of this whole thing. So now they're talking about the disease quarantine zone.
Correct.
Containing the infected area. Problems like this arise from the risk of disease spread. So these police that are coming in and the CFI inspectors and stuff are within the disease spreading zone, so to speak.
Walk like a person.
Correct?
I'm sorry, I missed that. We just had a bunch of RCMP walking. Sorry. Go ahead. Can you repeat that? Just the
well,
question.
they're saying that these animals supposedly we're animals also, are infected and can pass on to human the disease. So now these police and CFI
Correct.
inspectors and stuff are all within close range of these beautiful ostriches. Correct?
The
Correct.
spreading range.
Yes. And that was a question. We have the owners had caution tape up, and it was about 10 feet from the pen fence. So people stood back. The RCMP have put their tape up much closer. So I don't know, how far does the virus travel, right? But it's ironic that the owners have been in direct contact with the birds because they have to feed them every day with the ostriches, and they're not sick. They've had protesters here throughout the the last 8-9 months, and they're not sick. Now, here's a question I want to ask: why aren't the RCMP and CFIA, if such a big so they actually, I think it was a week or two ago that the CFI came out and said, well, they looked at the tests again, and now there's just even a more deadly variant virus that they have.
That they found 9 months ago.
That they found 9 months ago. Yeah, they're using that same test. So why aren't they coming in here with PPE? Why aren't they in hazmat suits?
Well, they put that yellow tape up, though. That's the protecting zone. You're protected beyond that yellow tape, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same thing they did in Coots, the same thing they did in Ottawa.
Correct. This is warfare against its own people. The government and here's something I'm not sure if you're aware of. RFK Jr., I think 2 days ago, I'm starting to lose my days. I've been here so long. RFK Jr. actually called Carney, and Carney didn't even pick up. Now, we know that RFK Jr. has the ear of Trump. What happens if they kill these birds? And the outrage and there's going to be a lot of outrage because people are starting to learn about this. What's going to happen if Trump puts his focus on this? He could just say, okay, we're not accepting any meat products from the US or from Canada. Like, This is massive. This not only is about the birds. This is about property rights. This is about government overreach. This is about big pharma tackling the little guy. And what farm is next? What if your dog gets a virus and they come and kill your dog just because, right? The policies have to change. How is it that CFIA is spending a whole ton of money to bring in all these RCMP, to bring in all these subcontractors to kill these animals and dispose of them? That we had helicopters. We had two black helicopters here at like 2:30 in the morning with spotlights on the pen. And the airspace above the farm is a no-fly zone. They have drones. They are throwing money at this. Why haven't they just come in and tested? That's the question we have to ask.
Is there a really big issue? I mean, it sounds like, but I'm just confirming with you. Is transparency not appearing to be a big issue right now?
Yeah, they are definitely not transparent, and they are just pushing their own agenda. So you can hear how passionate these people are about what's going on. They know we're up against big forces, big pharma. And they have unlimited resources. The family's almost bankrupt from the lawyer fees and not being able to get any revenue from their hostages.
It costs money to fight, and to have their source of income basically removed.
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Fighting it's like getting forced to fight with your hands behind your back.
Correct. And that's the frustration that people feel.
All right.
Yeah.
According to Criminal Code 444 through 447, prohibits willfully causing unnecessary pain, suffering, or injury to animals, providing a baseline for all killing of animals.
Yeah.
Now they're bringing in these drones, and the drones are flying too close to the flock, causing
stress
stress to the animals, and the animals are running into cages. The one, I suppose, has a broken leg. I'm not sure what they're doing with that.
Yes, correct. Three ostriches ran into the fence and a post. One was injured to the point where it broke its leg. This is actually animal cruelty what they're doing.
So the operator of this drone. Sorry to cut you off. So the operator of this drone and all of the people that ordered him to operate that drone in that area are breaking criminal codes 444 through 447.
You did the research. You did the research. Yeah, that's what they did. We have 2 RCMP drones, and these are big drones. These are not your typical little, store-bought drone. These are for specific use, and they're quite big. Yes, it was their drones that were flying too low that caused the birds to injure themselves. Yeah.
No responsibility though. Sorry,
No.
I'm going to get me off track.
Yep.
The passion starts to stick up. All right, listen, Pat, I want to say thank you for joining us this time. We're going to take a break for about a half hour, do our audio broadcast. And if you'd like to rejoin us in a half hour, we'd love to have you.
I'll do what I can. You bet.
Thanks, Pat.
Just let me know. Okay.
Yeah, we'll let you know, buddy.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, folks. So there's update number 1. And we're going to go from our video broadcast back to our audio. We'll be back at 10:30 with continued broadcast. Pass the word to those around you who might be interested. See if we can't get maybe some calls to action, some action steps that we can do to maybe help out those who are in the middle of the fight.
Should we give them a phone number for the office here?
No, we'll not yet. Those who know us know how to reach us while we're live on the radio, but we'll be back on the video in about 30 minutes. All right, we're out.
Thank you.